sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. He is Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media and a man who got his Heisman ballot on the internet today. The prodigy of production, primetime Jaden Grimes, also working hard on the other side of the glass. It's a Yingling Football Friday. We're coming to you live from Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeartRadio app. And it's a Friday. It's a free-for-all Friday. So anything goes today, Krabs?
Anything you want to ask us, we'll get going on it. And I have a load of Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets to give away that I haven't done the best job of giving away this week. So that needs to happen.
Kravitz, we've got to make them get in the rage cage, the talkback line, and sing their favorite Christmas carol.
I guarantee you that if you do that, you have an 85% chance of winning Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets. No other radio show can give you that sort of probability.
All you have to do is get into the rage cage and sing a verse of your favorite Christmas song. It could be Dominic the Donkey, jingity jing, hee haw, hee haw.
Now, it helps tremendously if you're really after those tickets, if your email account is hooked up to your iHeart account, because that's how you'll get the tickets.
And also, make them funny.
And that part's
funny.
Important, too.
Make them funny.
And make them funny. I would like to announce something, because I don't know. I want to make sure that I just get this out there into the universe now that it's official. We have our Game On Christmas party scheduled for December 19th. And we are going to do that right here in this building in Maitland, Florida, at what we call our 409 studio. It's a big studio.
It's a theater.
Yes, it's a performance theater.
Yeah.
We'll be up doing our show live, and we're going to invite, I think our cap is about 30 listeners, so we'll have to create some RSVPs for that. But certainly for those that have been coming to the Zoneheads Christmas party for the last couple of years, want to make sure that you guys are first in line. We do have a Christmas party. We will have food. We will have beer, and we invite you to the studio.
That's all you really need for a Christmas party.
December. Then that's our last show before we take a couple of weeks off for the holiday break.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun time right here in this building. All right, let's get to some highlights and headlines. It is a Yingling Football Friday, so let's start out with the Jaguars versus the Colts, all right? So there's three games this weekend where division title or first place in the division is on the line. You have the Steelers versus the Ravens to determine the AFC North leader. You've got the Packers versus the Bears to determine the NFC North leader. And then you have my Jaguars versus the Colts to determine who's going to take the lead in the AFC South. Kravitz, tell me if I'm being biased here. I think the Jaguars are in the game of the week. This is the game of the week in the National Football. What are you shaking your head for?
I think this game is plenty big. Why do you always have to make me crap on the Jaguars?
What?
No, this isn't the game of the week.
Bears, Packers?
Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
For first place of the best division in football right now.
God.
Well, the NFC West has a claim to that. But Bears, Packers, classic rivalry at Lambeau. It's in the 425 window on Fox. Tom Brady, they might even let him be on the call for the biggest game of the week.
Not as good as the Jaguars Colts game. It's the game of the week.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Let's check the ratings on Monday.
Okay.
See how those do.
Okay. Speaking of the National Football League, man, Jahmyr Gibbs last night was red hot on Thursday Night Football. Just listen.
Goff up under center, single back is Gibbs. They give it to Jahmyr. Jahmyr into the end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions. Good work up front, good work by the back, and 6 on the board for Detroit. Goff up under center. Takes the snap. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Finds some room to the 5, to the 2, to the 1, to the end zone. Touchdown Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs from 10 yards out. That is big for this football team. Goff up under center, single back Gibbs. They give it to Jahmyr. Running outside. Got a blocker. Down to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Wave to him. He's gone, baby. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Tristan Colon with a nice block to help spring him 13 yards, and the Lions can double up their lead with the extra point.
3 touchdowns by Jahmyr Gibbs. Wow. And the Lions defense, they sacked Dak Prescott 5 times. Unbelievable. They had 2 interceptions, recovered a fumble. They win the game 44-30. You just mentioned the NFC North, and I realize the Lions are in 3rd place in that division right now, but they are still the team in that division that nobody wants to play.
Well, yeah, they've been that for the last 3 years now, and that's sort of the point with how good that division is. The NFC West definitely has a very real claim to be the best division in football this year because they have 3 legitimate Super Bowl contenders that are in that division as well. But the fact that the Lions, you can make the case to the best team in the NFC, and they're in 3rd place.
Right.
Yeah, it's terrifying as far as how tough that is. That game was one that they needed last night. That felt like an elimination game because of how difficult their division is, and they were all banged up. A lot of guys played hurt last night. They showed incredible toughness. And Mike, there's not a running back in the league that I'd rather have, real life or fantasy, than Jahmyr Gibbs.
Unbelievable. The Lions playoff probability is now 54%. Dallas fell to 7% playoff probability.
Yeah. Dak made some rough decisions last night. George Pickens looked disinterested. I don't understand how this team is one of the hottest in the NFL, and then they just show up to this game like they don't care about it.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb goes out with a concussion. I thought, oh, now George Pickens is getting ready to dominate. Nothing.
Yeah, he was disengaged all night.
Yeah. The Magic have upgraded all-star forward Paolo Banchero. Is he still questionable or is he playing tonight?
No, he's playing tonight.
He is playing tonight against the hated Heat at Kia Center. Banchero hasn't played since November 12th. He's missed the last 10 games because of that left groin strain. As I said a couple weeks ago, I've never been more concerned about another man's groin than Paolo's, but I'm glad he is back. Here's Paolo talking about his imminent return.
I'm really excited. I've been feeling really good this week. It's only been 10 games, but it feels like it's been 50. So just happy to be back out there and get to run up and down, compete, and just be out there for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Kravitz, there's been so much chatter, I guess you'd call it, that how's the team going to play when Paolo gets back into the lineup? How's that? This almost feels like they need to win tonight just to shut up the chatter before it gets going.
Yeah, I jokingly said that to you before the show today. It kind of feels like this is a must-win game because if the Magic lose, not only would it be 2 in a row, but now you lose with Paolo back in the lineup. Was the team better without him and all of that? It just feeds that narrative. That would be gasoline to that conversation, the fire that is that discussion. So it is in some respects a must win, but I also keep in mind that while Paolo is back, it's not like he's playing 35 minutes tonight.
Right. What do you think he plays?
My guess is that his absolute max would be 20. My guess would be 18 tonight, 17 or 18.
It is championship weekend in college football, all the conference championship games. Kravitz, call me a old school slobber knocking SEC homer if you want. You can have your little Indiana, Ohio State. I'm still looking forward to watching Alabama versus Georgia in the SEC championship game. That's the one that gets my fire stoked. Go ahead and call me. Go ahead and call me a slobber knocking SEC old school fan. I don't care.
Well, they're not two slobber knocking old school SEC teams. I'm not even sure that it qualifies. These two teams can put up a load of points. This isn't going to be some 6-3 game like we've seen in the past. But yeah, you're an SEC homer. Clearly the best game of the weekend is Indiana, Ohio State. See if the newcomer, see if David can stand up against Goliath. Is Indiana for real this year? And they've had a couple of
Indiana's for real this year.
They've had some tough tests that they have passed with flying colors, but Ohio State is a different animal.
Yeah. And I do want to watch the Duke-Virginia game.
Why?
Because, and maybe I'm a masochist, I want to see Duke win just to throw everything in the chaos. Just to create the controversy and the chaos that this system deserves. And maybe that this system desires
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why they expanded. What they think was going to happen when they expanded to 12. Everybody was going to be happy about the rank. Oh, you guys did a great job this year. Fantastic work. That's not the way this was ever going to go down. I really do believe that if Duke wins this game, they have a legitimate chance to get into the playoff because they would have a win over Virginia. JMU is not going to be able to say that. Who are they playing this weekend? Troy?
Who? James Madison?
I think they played Troy. Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, Troy at James Madison.
So
James Madison, 23.5-point favorite.
Yeah, so they win that game. It's like, okay, who cares? They're sitting at 25. It's not like Duke can't. All they have to do is jump JMU in this particular situation.
By the way, Gator fans, you should be rooting for John Sumrall and Tulane to win in the American Championship game, get into the college football playoff. That just makes your program look all that much better.
Definitely. Right? Absolutely. That was one that I was looking at. You want to see some points? Watch that game.
Right.
North Texas has that they do that air raid thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to see that one might get up to 70.
Those are your headlines and your highlights.
Coming up next, we've got your motivational, inspirational quote of the day. Get you rolling on a Friday. Plus, it's free for all Friday. And I have a ton of Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets to give away to you. And we'll do that next.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. If buying a home were like the NFL draft, the Nickley Group would be your number one overall pick, and it wouldn't even be close. Rates are going down, inventory's up, and the Nickley Group is saving clients an average of $24,000 per deal with extras like free appraisals, home warranties, even moving trucks. That's like they'll let you use their moving trucks. That's what the Nickley Group is all about. They're not just about real estate. They're about relationships. Plus, their love it or leave it guarantee means if you don't absolutely love your home in the first year, they'll relist it for free. Download their free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com. That's thenicklygroup.com. It's packed with everything you need to know before you buy a home. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Guess who's back? Well, it's your world champion Orlando Valkyries headed back to Addition Financial Arena for another exciting season. Head coach Amy Pauley has this crew ready to roll, and they're going to be unveiling their championship banner on opening night, which is Friday, January 9th at 7 p.m. Single game tickets are available by heading to their website. Family 4-packs, you get 4 tickets, 4 $10 concession vouchers, and 4 championship cups for only $100. Let's go support the team as they drop the banner on January 9th. We'll see you at the arena, and go Valks.
Water main breaks blocking all lanes on Highway 15A southbound at Grantham Way. There's a crash reported on Sand Lake Road near Orange Avenue, an accident on Severin Boulevard where it meets Hoffner Avenue. On the major roadways, you won't be running into any surprises, just some familiar delays starting to pile up here this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 60% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do.
You know who to call. Farah and Farah.
Orlando. This holiday season, Capital One reminds you to give yourself the gift of 1.5% cash back with the Capital One Quicksilver Card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
All that
Lines to get you ready for your football weekend. It's the Yingling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game. Are you ready for football this weekend? Don't forget to get your Yingling before kickoff.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
Do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org. That's SESAME.org. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title. Plus, a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You got to see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW right now to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
The new home for the Miami Dolphins is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeartRadio app. Just search 96.9 The Game. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Andy Williams.
Oh, I love a little
Underrated.
Andy Williams. Moon River, high, wider than a mile.
For sure.
Nothing like Moon
Took
River.
the words right out of my mouth, Mike.
Never even heard of Moon River.
You're going to love this. Somebody texted in and said, can I scoop a pair of Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets? I want to take my wife. And I said, sure.
Get on the talkback line and sing a Christmas carol.
I already gave it to him.
Kravitz, you're too easy on these people.
I have like 10 tickets to give away. I got to start giving out some.
Get them on the rage cage.
We got them. Can you rage about a Christmas carol?
We just call it the rage cage. It's actually the iHeartRadio talkback line. It's very easy to use. Just press the microphone and you can record a verse of your favorite Christmas carol. No more tickets going out via the text line.
No more handouts, okay? Just to Andrew and John.
You've given 2 pair of tickets out.
Yeah, we still have a lot though. So a whole lot of tickets to give away. That's it. No more freebies, okay?
This is what's
we
the
let
matter.
2 people in.
This is what's the matter with the American society. People don't want to work for things, right? They just get a handout. Just give them a handout. Sure. The effects of COVID.
And kids with the music these days.
And it's too loud. They play it too loud.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Yes, it is. Our daily source of inspiration and motivation. And today's is from who else but Nick Saban. Because it is, in fact, championship weekend in college football, real estate that he used to own. And the quote is this: if you can live with the pain of discipline, you'll never have to live with the pain of disappointment.
Ooh. Woo.
Yeah.
I like a little
Kinda
alliteration.
slaps a little
Huh? Like a little alliteration.
Now, is that true, though?
If you can
it
live.
sounds good. But is that true?
If you can live with the pain of discipline, then you won't have to live with the pain of disappointment.
So if you are consistently disciplined in whatever it is you're doing, I still think that you can wind up disappointed. So let's think about it from a football perspective. You are disciplined in your approach. You are maniacal. You do the same thing every week. You get up at the same time. You crack the eggs for your breakfast at the same time. You take the yolk out, just eat the white part. You go to practice at the same time. You stay a little later than everybody else. You do every little thing that you're supposed to do throughout the week, and then you lose on Sunday or Saturday. I'm not disappointed because I was disciplined.
No, you're not disappointed because you know you did everything you could to try to win the game.
Okay.
You knew.
I still feel like I'd be disappointed.
Yeah. Discipline is freedom. Don't ever forget that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I am disciplined in my newest endeavor, which is being a Heisman voter. So, as you know, this past year, it has been the year of power ratings for me. I make my own numbers for every NFL team. I have started doing that for every NBA team. And during the Major League Baseball season, because I like to bet totals, I started this past baseball season. I make my own run projection number for every team in Major League Baseball. I'm making none of this up. I do this once a week for every team. I have a spreadsheet.
Sadly.
It looks like the musings of an insane person. So I thought, if I'm a Heisman voter now, I ought to give that similar effort. So I have created a scoring system for the top players in college football. I'm not doing this for everyone. There's too many players, but I identify through odds, through my eye test, who should be involved in the discussion. But, let's say it's like 5 to 10 guys. And I have a score for each of these criteria for what makes you a Heisman. So, for instance, production versus top competition gets you plus 35 points.
Okay.
Consistency week after week gets you plus 10. So, for every game where you perform at your base level of greatness, you get plus 10 for that. Signature moments and high stakes games, you get plus 25. Overall value to your team's ability to win, you get plus 15 for that. And then plus 10 for team success also. So
how did you come up with these numbers, the plus 25?
I just made them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I just wanted to create something that was fair. Yeah. The numbers, to me, the numbers as far as like production against top competition, signature moments, things like that are just what I view to be most important.
Okay.
And that was the sliding scale of the overall value of the numbers. But I wanted to create something fair that I could attach to these players where I eliminate bias. Because if I'm saying that every player is getting a score based on my criteria, if I happen to watch a Texas A&M game at night with a couple of IPAs in me and I overrate how good Marcel Reed is, I don't want to then vote for him because I wasn't watching the Notre Dame game and Jeremiah Love. So I have a score for everybody. The top scoring player right now for me, am I allowed to say this stuff, by the way, or is this against the
you
rules?
haven't voted yet.
This isn't my vote.
Yeah,
because this is just to guide my opinion.
Right.
I eventually will just land on who I think, but Diego Pavia, 270 is his score throughout the season, 5 points more than Fernando Mendoza. Marcel Reed, by the way, is the third most points among my new. And I'm going to alter this. This is very new. I did this within the last week.
Okay, the most important weekend in college football is this weekend, championship weekend. Say Mendoza plays lights, or say the guy you don't really like that much. Say Sayin has
Sayin would have to have a hell of a game.
Okay, but say
he has 205 points.
Okay.
So he's 65
but
behind Mendoza.
But say he throws for 400 yards and leads his team to a miraculous rally in the Big Ten championship game. Does that sweat? Do you throw your system out then?
No, because the thing I like about the system is that it takes into account the entire season. And that's something that I don't want to get caught doing, is only remembering what happened in the conference title game or in the final month of the season. I think the entire season should be considered. But this is where Mendoza, who is right now, for me, if I was submitting my vote and just going off of these numbers, the Vanderbilt quarterback would be my pick. Well, he's not playing this weekend.
Right.
If Mendoza plays great, and especially if he wins, his number is going to surge past. So then that's a decision that I'll have to make, because the numbers will be obvious on the Fernando Mendoza
will be
side.
made. In other words,
If I decide to go with that,
Right.
This is just more of a gut.
You got to go with it.
I probably will,
Right.
but it's not biblical. Like, I
No.
don't have to.
Okay.
It's just to give me an idea of, is what I'm seeing. And this is the same idea, by the way, with power ratings. If you decide to nerd out and do that, you don't just create a number and then go, well, because I have let's say you had the Lions as 6-point favorites last night against the Cowboys, but they were actually 3-point favorites is what you'd be betting on. You don't just bet it just because the number says that. You use it as a guide to then go, okay, let me seek out more information. It just gives you a baseline understanding of where to be.
Well, as the Heisman coordinator for the state of Florida, I'm proud of you, Kravitz, for taking this so seriously and coming up with your own point system for the Heisman.
Hopefully I didn't lose anybody in that, but thank you. I appreciate that. I take it very seriously. I wear it like a badge of honor. I might get it tattooed on my butt, in fact. Up next, UCF's regular season is wrapped up, but now is when the team gets busy. How's Frost doing on the recruiting trail? Sean Green joins us next.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. Let's be serious, shall we? We've all got our favorite car mechanic. We've all got our favorite barber. Actually, Kravitz and I don't have a favorite barber, but you have your favorite pizza place. You also have your favorite AC company, an AC company you can trust. If you don't have one, then I want you to meet my team, Ziegler Air Conditioning. All right. Jason and his crew have been cooling Central Florida, not for 10, not for 20, not for 30, but 40 years. That's 4 decades of keeping homes chill, keeping systems efficient, and customers happy. They're not here to upsell you or push some new system just to make a commission. Their technicians are paid to fix, maintain, and do it right. That's what Ziegler Air Conditioning does, all right? Again, they will, they're not going to come over to your house, check out your system, and say, oh, you need a new system, and I'm going to make a 20% commission on that. No, that's not what they do. They are honest, they're reliable, they're quick, and you can trust them no matter what, all right? I told you on Labor Day weekend, My AC went out, and they were at my house within an hour, hour and a half. Fixed the AC. My weekend was saved. All right. Give them a call, 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. This guy is money, and he joins me now to talk about the latest in real estate. How is the market doing right now, and how can buyers take advantage?
The market is doing well. It's not crazy like it was a few years ago, but right now it is prime to buy real estate. Not so great for sellers, but it's prime to buy real estate. And one of the big things that buyers are getting now is instead of fighting over the cost of the home, we're fighting over concessions from sellers to buy down the rate, make repairs, cover your down payment. I think that the big thing right now is finding an agent that can negotiate, understands the market, really fights to keep as much money as they can in your pocket.
And Kevin is that agent. When it comes to real estate, experience matters. Trust Kevin Krager to move you right along. Search his name on Facebook or call him today, 407-702-4635.
I'm Sean Kelly, voice of the Gators. Fellas, let's be honest. Shopping for your wife can be tough. But this Christmas, International Diamond Center has your back. Whether you're aiming for a romantic surprise or the gift she'll share with all her friends, IDC makes you look like a hero. Our showcases are loaded with can't-miss winners, diamond earrings, tennis bracelets, handcrafted designer pieces, and a whole lot of sparkle. The best part? You don't have to go it alone. At IDC, our non-commissioned jewelry experts are here to help. No pressure, no games, just real guidance for any budget. Tell us about her style, your price range, and we'll help you find the one. And right now, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0 interest. That means you can give her something truly special and keep your holiday budget in check. A $3,000 bracelet is just $50 a month. So guys, step up, stop stressing, and let us help you nail it. Find holiday hours, locations, and more at shopidc.com.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game.
What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you could choose one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon, with big bank reliability and small bank resolve. You get 160 years of financial strength and stability and an enduring commitment to personal service. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank. Visit firsthorizon.com/getitall.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Every year, millions of football fans go thirsty. They're forced to get upper bowl seats where they can't even hear the coaches yelling. They have to bring their own food to the tailgate. Sometimes they don't even get a free hat. But at the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, there's another way. A Pinkies ticket gives you a tailgate party section with free food, discounts on beer during the game, and lower bowl end zone tickets in the exclusive Pinkies party section. Get your tickets now at curebowl.com/Pinkies and come party with a purpose.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title. Plus, a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
If your appliances can't handle the holiday hosting heat, December deal drops at Lowe's makes upgrading easy. Get up to 35% off select major appliances, and rewards members save an additional $40 on the Whirlpool electric range and the over-the-range microwave. Plus, get up to 60% off select ladders, so you can deck all the halls. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/10. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
At Target, great memories start with great prices. Get gingerbread house kits for just $12, plus all the Wondershop baking must-haves. Gather the whole fam, grab some gingerbread kits, and start building sweet moments together. Then keep the joy rolling, baking up tasty treats with Wondershop that'll make the season a blast. Make unforgettable memories with incredible prices on gingerbread kits and Wondershop baking essentials. And step into the holidays, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Happy Friday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another warm one with temperatures climbing well into the low and middle 80s with a high of 83 degrees expected today in Orlando. We'll stay mostly dry, but we will have some increasing clouds ahead of some weekend rain, even a couple of thunderstorms that will be possible. So far, a 30% chance for our Saturday and a 60% chance, especially for late Sunday afternoon and evening. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Gifting, decorating, or treating yourself, it's Lowe's December deal drops for the win. Get up to 50% off select holiday decor. Plus, get up to 40% off select tools and accessories. Shop Lowe's December deal drops today. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Let's hit the local beat and see what's happening with the teams that call the state of Florida home. Sending you back to the studio. It's Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
UCF's football season might be over, but there's still plenty of Knights talk to comb through. Let's do that with Sean Green, host of the UCF Charge On podcast. Sean, welcome to the show. Was it sad not having UCF USF on Black Friday? I don't think I'm over that yet.
Yeah, it is. It is sad. They got to figure it out. I know Terry Mahajer said they can't do it for a little bit, but man, they need to figure that one out quick.
Yeah, I see. I already forgot who USF was playing, but it was not interesting. And to not have that game over the weekend, very disappointing. Now, we're going to get into recruiting, and I even want to ask you about basketball as well. But Scott Frost was very open, honest, and authentic about his current concerns about the world of college football. Listen to this.
It's broken. College football's broken. Yeah, I don't know if you'll get that honest answer from everyone, but everyone would agree if they were honest. You just got to try to play the game as best you can.
We talked about this yesterday, and I like the fact that he's honest about this. We ask that of coaches and athletes that we ask questions to, so I'm not going to rip the guy for it, but he does talk about this often. Does Scott Frost discuss this, or getting to the point where he discusses this too often, how broken the system is?
So I think that is why UCF fans online are getting a little annoyed, because I think there's a level of worry that, Scott Frost is making excuses about, the state of college football, and he should just stop talking about it and just focus on turning the program around. He's not wrong. And there are a lot of coaches that have said how broken it is. At the same time, it's not like UCF is behind the scenes just pouting about how college football is broken. UCF is doing everything they can to turn the program around. Scott Frost is doing everything he can. So yes, I do think heading into
next season. I do think we need to drop the whole college football is broken. It's a known thing. There's no need to get fans nervous that the program's just going to keep tanking because you keep bringing it up and talking about it. But he is getting asked about it. So
yeah, and Sean, UCF fans are annoyed because they're 5-7. If he were 10-2, they wouldn't be annoyed.
Well, I mean, let's be real. I'd rather not be playing in the Cure Bowl. So I mean, it's fine. USF, if you want to go see USF and their new thing, you can. But I mean, they're annoyed, but it's getting better. It's getting better here.
Okay, so I was also I was listening to his press conference on signing day, and UCF signing class in the recruiting rankings isn't very good. I think 24/7 has him ranked 84th.
That's not good.
No, that's not good. That's 10 spots below USF, by the way. But they only have 13 high school recruits, and Frost essentially said, listen, if we're going to sign high school players, they need to play immediately. Otherwise, we're going to spend our money in the portal. Is that a smart strategy?
I don't think that's his strategy. I'll be honest. It's not, and I don't think it is. I think for this specific year, and he kind of alluded to it, that they were behind the 8 ball coming in on recruiting. You could be either A, like UCF and what they did. And I want to be very clear. I'm not giving a scoop here. I'm not going to name some things, but there are some high profile players that could still commit to UCF. This was early signing day. National signing day is in February. I think UCF fans, there's some players that are, I would say trending to UCF that I think a lot of the talk about this class would turn around very quickly. I'll say that. But I'll also say, you could be like UCF or you could be like West Virginia. West Virginia just signed like 40 to 50 kids. UCF, I think I would be more concerned if the 2027 class was like this. I think Scott Frost and the staff knew we're already going to be behind the 8 ball for the 2026 class. Let's focus more on the 27 class, get some under the radar. And still, they signed 2 of the top quarterbacks in this class that Gus never signed guys like this at the quarterback position. If you look at the top 10 quarterbacks or the last 10 quarterbacks that were signed to UCF, this class, the top 2 quarterbacks were signed by Scott Frost. So I would say that it's trending in the right direction, but I would not look at the class right now and hit the panic button. I think they definitely have to go in the portal next year, and that was kind of always the plan. But they're going to hit high school hard in the coming years.
Kravitz and I had a mini debate yesterday about Taven Jackson getting into the portal, and I essentially said I think Frost told him to get into the portal, and Kravitz slightly disagreed with me. What do you think?
I think he was set for the portal after week 6. I'll be honest. That's just what I heard. I heard for a while that it was a well-known thing that UCF didn't really want Taven Jackson, and Taven Jackson understood that, and he probably didn't want UCF. It wasn't a good fit. I think Taven's talented. I think he could go to a group of 5 school, group of 6 school this offseason. I think he could do really well. But he's just not the quarterback that fits the system. So I do think that it was, said without being said that, no, I don't think UCF was clamoring to have Taven Jackson back. And that's probably why it got announced literally so early that he was entering the portal.
Yeah, a mutual agreement is what I was rolling with yesterday. Does that sound right?
Sure. Yes.
That's what I used to say when I got dumped by every girl in college. All right. Mutual.
Exactly. You could say it's a mutual thing, but let's not kid ourselves. I don't think Scott Frost was begging Taven Jackson to come back to the program.
Yeah, that is true in relationships. Whenever someone says it's mutual, they definitely got broken up with. On the basketball front, the basketball team is 7-1. They have a win over Texas A&M. Not the best competition overall, so the 7-1 is a little bit bloated, but still, the fact that there's an impressive win in there. Should we get excited before conference play starts about UCF basketball?
I'm going to say, yeah, a little bit. And I was not excited about the basketball team going into the season. I think the last couple of years has been upsetting for UCF fans, where you're clamoring for just a shot at the tournament. And, Johnny has kind of stumbled the last couple of years. But one thing is for sure, that Johnny recruits better than really anybody you could bring in. And he has developed talent when he brings them in. And I think this roster has done much better than I thought, especially on the offensive side. They are pretty talented on that front. The question is when you see some better talent and some better teams, what it's going to look like. But, 7-1 is the best start for Johnny Dawkins since, his first year here. I think we'll hold our breath, but I think if you're a UCF fan, it's nice to get excited about basketball heading into December, January.
All right. Give us a quick pick. BYU, Texas Tech. I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. Big 12 champion. Who you got?
I want BYU, but Texas Tech's going to win. I really want BYU, though, because that'd be nice if 2 Big 12 teams can get in.
Yes.
But it's going to be Texas Tech.
BYU is going to be fired up. Their coach turned down Penn State. I'm telling you, watch out for the Cougs.
That would be good for the brand. All right, Sean, thanks so much. Go catch his podcast, YouTube, or wherever you download your favorites. UCF Charge on podcast. Thanks, Sean. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks, guys. You too.
Up next, your texts and mostly your talkbacks because you guys have been singing in the Rage Cage. We're back with your Christmas carols next.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On. Hey, when you imagine your retirement, what do you see? Just like every player has a different role on a team, every retirement goal is also unique. That's where Trajan Wealth comes in. They are fiduciary advisors. They work with you to create a plan tailored to your situation. Fiduciary means they are loyal to you, not to selling a product. The more money you make, the more money they make. All right. That's why they're out to help you. All right. When I became a client, they helped me roll over an old 401k, explain my options clearly, built a strategy that gave me real peace of mind. Trajan's founder, I've told you about him many times. His name is Jeff Jr. He's a Marine veteran, and he runs the company with the discipline and loyalty he learned in the military. And in today's world of volatility, that's exactly what we need. If you want a locker room pep talk and a real game plan for your financial future, call Trajan Wealth at 407-204-0300. Tell them Mike Bianchi sent you, or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Betting exchanges have become the new craze in sports betting, and there is no one on the internet that does it better than BetterEdge. So transparent, so honest, so user-friendly. BetterEdge gives you that little extra advantage that you need. I've said it many times. I've bet on sports for a while. I did not start making money consistently until I started using BetterEdge. I also share competitions every Friday that we can dive into together as well. My Beat Brandon Challenge. Sign up for the first time, get $20 on the house. Just use the promo code BeatBrandon when you sign up at betteredge.com or on the BetterEdge app.
A water main breaks blocking all lanes on Highway 15A southbound at Grantham Way. There's a crash reported on Sand Lake Road near Orange Avenue, an accident on Cimarron Boulevard where it meets Hoffner Avenue. On the major roadways, you won't be running into any surprises, just some familiar delays starting to pile up here this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's Luxe Cravings boxes give you decadent options. $5 gets you fan favorites, $7 gets you the fancy stuff, and $9 sends you on a journey of flavor exploration. Get yours at participating stores for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7.
Feliz Navidad.
Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606, powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
A clutch performance is great on the football field, but when it comes to your freedom, clutch play from your legal representation is vital. When your freedom's on the line, you need Trey Flynn in your corner. Trey is a board-certified criminal defense attorney with 18 years of criminal defense experience. Trey's record speaks for itself. He defends DUI cases, serious felonies, and will fight tooth and nail to protect your rights and your future. Visit TreyFlynn.com or dial 407-557-6350. Arrested today? Call Trey.
Start your engines. Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway, May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters. My Chemical Romance. Guns N' Roses. And Bring Me the Horizon. Plus, Alice Cooper, Turnstile, Five Finger Death Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, Stained, and so many more. The world center of rock. Welcome to Rockville. Brings 4 days of non-stop action to Daytona Beach, May 7th through 10th. 4 day, single day, premium passes, and camping are on sale now. Get yours at welcometorockville.com, starting at only $1 down.
When it's game time, you need a winning play on the field and in real estate. The Nickley Group is Orlando's home team, delivering championship results every time. This is Mike Bianchi. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home quickly, just call Nickley and tell them Bianchi sent you. Nobody does guaranteed cash offers on your home better than the Nickley Group. Get your own team of local experts and secure more money twice as fast. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. Visit thenickley.com. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, chef. This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 60% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
I've been telling you guys about Kevin Krager with LPT Realty, one of the top 25 producing agents in Central Florida. My guy is money, and he joins me now to chat about the latest in real estate. What's the one piece of advice that you would give to first-time home buyers?
Interview agents and ask important questions. Ask what's important to that agent. Make sure that agent is listening to you and understands what it is that you need when you're buying a house. There's hundreds of thousands of agents across this country, and a lot of people can buy and sell real estate, but to protect what you're doing, you need to make sure that agent is really connected with you, really listening to you, and has your best interest at heart. It's not just a paycheck for me. It's not just a paycheck for a lot of agents, but I want a long-lasting relationship. I'm going to give loyalty to you. And then I also would say, as a home buyer, giving loyalty back to that agent, because at some point you're going to want to sell that house.
Trust and loyalty. You can count on Kevin for that. He'll move you right along through the real estate buying and selling process. 407-702-4635.
Your favorite stations, podcasts, and songs you love most in 2025 are waiting for you now in the iHeartRadio app and in your inbox. You can open the iHeartRadio app today to see your top picks of the year. Your 2025 rewind started.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the champion, was founded in 1917 and is one of the most tradition-steeped courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. You'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, rent a boat at the marina, and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And they have so many exclusive holiday events. How about a tea with Santa and Mrs. Claus on Saturday, December 20th? Bring the kids. Or how about the lavish Christmas grand brunch on Christmas Day, or the unparalleled elegance of the New Year's Eve Gala on December 31st? Make reservations for the hotel, golf tee times, or the festive holiday events at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station.
Yeah!
Guaranteed human. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeartRadio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
It's a free-for-all Friday brought to you by Wing House. Check out Lingerie Friday where the girls turn up the heat while serving you your favorite wings. It's the ultimate way to kick back for the weekend. Great food, bold flavors, unforgettable views. Whether you're celebrating or just unwinding, Friday nights at Wing House are always a vibe. Wing House, good food, beautifully served. We asked you to, one, you can ask us anything that you want on Free for All Friday. Hit us up at 50857 on the Mills Air text line. But we have asked you to sing us Christmas carols because you want Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets. So let's get to it. Jesse, get us started.
Chickadee-ching, hee-honk, it's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee-ching, hee-honk, the Italian Christmas donkey. Guys, I introduced my 5-year-old to that song last night. He's obsessed. The problem is he has a kid in his class named Dominic. And I guarantee you he's been calling him Dominic the donkey today. Probably got in trouble with the teachers. And he's 5 years old, so he can't really explain himself. So I think I may have failed as a parent on this one.
Yeah, but I mean, if you didn't know until you played it that there's a kid named Dominic, then that's just unfortunate. All right, what about Jacob?
Hey, y'all. My favorite Christmas song has got to be Blue Christmas by the King, Elvis Presley. It just hits every single time. I mean, you can't beat that classic. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all.
That's
I was
awesome.
afraid that Jacob wasn't going to start singing.
Oh, blue. Here we got the blue.
Thought he was just doing a podcast about Elvis for a second. No,
that was awesome.
that was good. He didn't hit the high note. Was a little pitchy, but it's just my Simon Cowell impression. All right, what about Chris? Get it going.
I'd like to win the Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets, please. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from my house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, you got to put a little emotion in it.
A little bit of oomph
A little
in there.
pizzazz, a little charisma, if you will. He may have to call back and try again. I'm not giving tickets away for
All
him.
right, Chris. We're gonna say
He can call back and try again.
Give him an I for incomplete. Matthew, what about you?
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha! Bells on bobtails ring, making those spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
All right, Matthew. I hear you. I see you.
I think he can record that.
That was really good.
He sounded like Randy Travis or something singing that song.
Mhm. You betcha. Clay Aiken or something.
Yeah.
More Game On the way. We'll pause for a moment. Let the talented folks at Fox Sports Radio get you all caught up with the latest in sports. Biggest game ever. We'll talk about it in a minute. I might get it tattooed on my butt.
Live, local, in your face, and bald. Very bald. Let's send you to the studio for the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge.
Welcome back to the show.
Is this John Denver?
Not just John Denver.
Oh, the
This is a
Muppets.
duet. The Muppets. You remember when your former co-host, Brian Fritz, he really liked the Muppets as an adult? Isn't that odd? He was such a strange man.
He was he still is a strange man.
He is.
But we're
Great
going to have
guy.
to have him right before we go off for Christmas.
He knows.
The Globe story.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited because we've heard it so many times, but Jaden has not been delighted. It's a holiday classic. I think that we should probably save it for our Christmas party.
We've got it saved.
No, I mean we should save playing.
Oh, playing.
Oh,
yeah.
we're not going to invite him on. We're just going to replay it.
No, but sometimes he can't come on, so
Gotcha.
we've
just
got
in case we have the recording.
Yeah.
Yes. Very smart. I like the way that you guys think around here. Welcome back to the show. Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee. You can find us across the Sunshine State, also streaming on the iHeartRadio app. We are the premier sports talk radio show in the state of Florida. 50857 is how you can reach us. A huge weekend, not just because of college football conference title games, not just because of a litany of important NFL games, but Jags Colts in Duval County.
Duval.
Biggest game ever. The biggest game in Jaguars history is the exact quote on the social media account for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And
you misled me yesterday.
I misled myself. I was not alone in this. So I tweeted out, I was a little rude to the Jags social media account.
Yeah.
And you probably were also. We ripped them on the show.
Yeah, I said the guy who posted that should be fired. Tony Baselli should fire him, is what I said.
So one of the first comments that I got on my personal account was, "It's an inside joke. You wouldn't understand." And I thought, okay, let me look more into this. So I went to the original post and I looked at the comments. Most of the comments read like you and I sounded yesterday.
Right.
What are you talking about? You played in this game. You haven't even been around that long. How dare you say that? It's just a regular season game. And then if there were a couple that said, Tony Baselli says this before every game. And then I found a YouTube link. They do a show called Jags Happy Hour. And Tony Baselli, the VP of football operations, one of the greatest Jags of all time, probably the greatest Jag of all time.
The only Jags Hall of Famer.
The greatest Jag of all time. He goes on this show every week, and listen.
Give a ton of credit to Liam, the entire staff, our players, the whole building, really. The approach last week after a really tough loss against the Texans, a game that, we felt like kind of let right out of our grasp. Give the Texans credit. Man, they played their tails off. And so the question is, and I think this was the challenge to everybody, and this was the message of the head coach, is how are you going to respond? And I love what he said Monday afterwards of that game. He says, we're not going to let this game beat us twice. And because so often in this league, you see it snowball on you. And our players received the message and went out there against a really good Los Angeles Chargers football team. And from the first snap to the last snap, I thought we controlled the game. The scoreboard obviously reflected that. But I was super happy for our guys, for our players, our coaches, for the whole building, just the response. And but that one's in the past. Doesn't mean much now.
No, that was definitely not what we were looking for. Getting bumps to the sky. No, he said that it is one of the things that he says every single week. He calls the next game the biggest game
in franchise
history.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And Tony Baselli gets a lot of flack for that, but that's the brand. That's what they have. So that the person that replied to me and said it's an inside joke, you wouldn't understand. Tony Baselli is not being 100% serious when he says that, but what he's trying to do is go for the 1-0 mentality every week.
Yeah,
Every game is the most important game as long as it's the next one.
It's a cliche.
Yeah.
It's a cliche.
And the social media team ran with it, but none of us that aren't watching the show had any context whatsoever.
Yeah, it's sort of like our motivational quotes. Live for today, or yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Today is the big day, and that's what he's saying about it.
Is that something that we should adopt, where we say every day that you wake up, this is the biggest day in the history of your life?
It's sort of it. I mean, if you want to, if it's not the biggest day in the history of your life, but it's the biggest day of your life.
The most important day of your life is the day that you're currently living, because it's the only one that you can do anything about.
Yeah, it's the most important day of your life, not the biggest day in the history of your life. That's
it's the most important. Yeah. Okay. So
like if he would just say it's the most important game.
What if he just said it's the most wonderful time of the year? Come on, lean into the season, Tony. What are we doing? So let me ask you, how big is this? Not in the pantheon of Jags history, but how big is this football game?
I mean, it's in the pantheon of Jags history. It's a big game. I mean, the Jags history is pretty sordid. I mean, they've had a few great seasons. I mean, they've gone to the AFC Championship game twice, nearly gone to the Super Bowl twice, but never made it to the Super Bowl. They've been in the playoffs a handful of times, but I mean, this is for the division lead against a team with a new coach and a team that seems to be on the rise. So, yeah, it's one of the biggest regular season games in Jaguars history, I'd say. I mean, I said, remember earlier in the season when you laughed at me and I said the Chiefs game, that win over the Chiefs is a watershed moment for the Jaguars or whatever I said.
Well, if they end up winning the division, I think that you would end up being right about that.
Yeah.
And that game felt bigger just because it was prime time and it was the Chiefs.
Right.
But in terms of importance to the end of the season, I guess this one would be that.
Yeah. I mean, they play the Colts and they're going to have to play the Colts again. So yeah, this is a big game, but it's not the biggest game in the history of the franchise.
It's not even the biggest game of the weekend. That's the Bears and the Packers. Okay. But it is amazing how many games are deciding the fate of these would-be playoff teams. We didn't even mention earlier when we were talking about all these games to decide divisions, because this isn't a divisional thing, but it is a playoff thing. The Texans started the season 0-3. They're 7-2 since then, but they put themselves behind the 8 ball. They really can't afford to lose, especially with one of these two teams between the Jags and the Colts are about to pick up another win. Now you're behind them, and you've got all these teams vying for that final spot as far as the wild card goes. The Texans and the Chiefs, Sunday Night Football, that feels like an elimination game. That's essentially a playoff game.
It is an elimination game.
The Chiefs can't lose that.
No, the Chiefs
and Houston might be able to lose and get by, but boy, are they skating on a thin margin if they do that.
Yeah, the Chiefs, if they, I mean, the Cowboys lost last night, and their playoff chances are now 7%. If the Chiefs lose, aren't their playoff chances about that?
If the Chiefs, actually,
there's probably some website.
There is. I saved it.
Yeah, there's probably some website. Yeah, if the Chiefs lose, they're done. Essentially done.
So I have the graphic. Come on, pop up. There it is. Okay. If the Chiefs are to lose, they drop to 11% to make the playoffs.
Okay. So yeah,
even if they win, they're 3% to win the division. But if they would go from the difference for the Chiefs and a win and a loss. If they win, they have a 51% chance of making the playoffs. A loss, they're down to 11%.
What about the Jags if they win and lose?
The Jags with a win are 96% to make the playoffs, 71% to make the playoffs if they lose. But this is about the division. 65% to win the division and a win, 19% if they lose. So
that's big.
Huge.
Yeah.
Up next, what else is huge? What has us intrigued and fatigued headed into the football weekend? Gonna be a tough one, Mike. This is a really good weekend. We'll get to that next.
Yingling Football Friday on Game On.
Shout out to Richard from Mills Air coming out to the house last week to service my unit. Got all the gunk shot back out of my line, and my unit is purring like never before. And that is what I call service, especially because he ran me through a tutorial of how to do it myself. Whether you need a new unit or an update to your existing unit, Mills Air can help keep your home cool and energy efficient while improving your air quality all at the same time. Voted best in Orlando. No one does it quite like Mills. They offer indoor air quality services in Central Florida that are simply unmatched. Keep the air in your home clean for the health of you and for your family. Call them today, 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com.
It's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, here to tell you the housing market is just like football. It's all about field position. And right now, sellers have the ball in the red zone. If you're thinking about selling, call the Nickley Group. Central Florida homes are selling for top dollar, and the Nickley Group sells homes for 6% more and twice as fast as the average agent. They'll even give you a guaranteed cash offer. No showings, closing as little as 14 days. So go to thenickley.com, tell them I sent you. I might even be at your next closing. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
There's a crash getting cleared up, locked in 2 right lanes on Orlando Avenue southbound at Triplet Lake Drive. Look out for emergency crews still on the roadways, clearing up an earlier accident on State Road 535 southbound near the Greenway overpass there. There's slowdowns piling up in some familiar areas on all the major roadways this afternoon, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
You don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and don't know what to do. You know who to call. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers Only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
Guess who's back? Well, it's your world champion Orlando Valkyries headed back to Addition Financial Arena for another exciting season. Head coach Amy Pauley has this crew ready to roll, and they're going to be unveiling their championship banner on opening night, which is Friday, January 9th at 7 p.m. Single game tickets are available by heading to their website. Family 4-packs, you get 4 tickets, 4 $10 concession vouchers, and 4 championship cups for only $100. Let's go support the team as they drop the banner on January 9th. We'll see you at the arena, and go Valks.
This Christmas at International Diamond Center, everything's possible. Everything's affordable. Come celebrate the season with our most popular offer ever. 60 months, 0 interest financing, or up to 40% off. It's your decision. You can get instant savings of 10, 20, 30, up to 40%, or you can finance that gift and enjoy a super low payment with zero interest. At IDC, creating unforgettable moments is what we do best. And this year, our showcases are bursting with can't-miss holiday favorites. Sparkling diamond earrings, stunning pendants, brilliant bracelets, and designer rings. From timeless classics to today's most in-demand looks. Also, check out our expanded selection of colored gemstone jewelry, as well as our unique Italian-crafted gold jewelry. So come see us at IDC. Let our friendly, non-commissioned experts help you pick the perfect wow gift this holiday. Get savings up to 40% or spread your payments over 60 months, zero interest. Store hours, locations, and holiday finance details at shopidc.com.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia.
Tailgating at the UCF game this weekend? It's just not complete without Yingling, the official domestic beer of the UCF Knights. More of 96.9 The Game's Football Friday coming up.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
Do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org. That's SESAME.org. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
With Target, gifting has never been easier. This Saturday and Sunday, Target gift cards are 10% off with Target Circle. Treat everyone on your list to something you know they'll love. Gift cards for the trendsetters, the techies, the fashionistas, the foodies, and even yourself. The perfect time to save is now. This deal is a yearly fave, so hurry. Get more gifting for your buck and save 10% on Target gift cards with Target Circle for 2 days only. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure.
Hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeartRadio app.
This is Anthony Black with the Orlando Magic, and you're locked into Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Merry Christmas, ladies.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Bublé.
Are you ready to sing a little Jingle Bells?
Yes.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Bublé makes it back onto the show. This segment brought to you by IBEW Local 606, proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. There was some news about LeBron. I was reading to Bianchi during the commercial break. LeBron James has been dealing with left foot joint arthritis in addition to his continued sciatica. He is doubtful to play tonight against the Boston Celtics on the second night of a back-to-back, and his streak is broken. He failed to score 10 points last night in a full game. Yeesh. Without Luka, by the way. No Luka. And LeBron couldn't score 10.
All right. He could have. He dished it off.
No. Well, like a guarantee he was going to make that shot. No. They double teamed him, and then he made the right basketball play. Good for LeBron. He had a chance to not only keep his streak going, but hit a game winner while doing it. Not a guarantee, but he had that opportunity. The ball was in his hands, and he saw a wide open Rui Hachimura in the corner, and Rui knocks down the three. So
he's got arthritis and sciatica.
Yeah. And actually, Shams just reported that his soup is not hot enough.
My varicose veins are bothering me.
I need my Metamucil. I'm feeling constipated as well, Michael. Oh, LeBron. I hate watching the end, but Time is undefeated. Continues to be. All right, let's get to another phenomenal round of intrigued or fatigued. I'm curious to see if you can get me fatigued on any of this. This is
let's start with
feasting this week.
Well, let's start with the biggest sporting event in the world, which is happening. This was not the vet's not happening, but the unveiling, the World Cup reveal is coming up this weekend. Krabs, Tom Brady's gonna be there. Shaq's gonna be there. It's gonna be a star-studded event where they unveil the bracket for the World Cup. Intrigued or fatigued?
Intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. They already did it.
They did.
What are you talking about?
I thought they were doing it.
They unveiled the groups today.
Today?
It was a big to-do. It took like 3 hours.
I thought it was tonight.
Just go ahead and hit fatigued. I mean, this guy he didn't even know. I'm looking at it right now. Look, these are the groups. It's already out.
Who are we playing?
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that this weekend. You only have to watch the replay. People are complaining about it all day because apparently this reveal, which should probably take about 10 minutes, took 3 hours.
Why they
had like concerts and performances in between, and
why didn't they do? Why don't they do it like when people can actually watch it?
Well, it's the World Cup, so I'm assuming that people can watch it
around the
world. We're not the only country on the planet, Mike.
The one country,
that was the most myopic American view ever.
And plus, it could be any time in this country, and we're not watching it, right?
Paraguay, Australia, and then the winner of I think there's like a play-in or something they got going on. But yeah, I'm locked in to this big group E guy with Germany, a high on Germany this year. Ecuador.
I'm fatigued. I'll answer it myself.
You're fatigued. You didn't even know it was already out.
That shows you how fatigued.
I can't wait to watch this. The reruns are better than the originals.
All right, it's college football championship weekend. We all know that we're going to be intrigued with Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, even BYU, Texas Tech. I know you're intrigued because you have the Texas Tech bet to win the Big 12. When did you make that before the season?
I made that in, I think, July.
Okay.
Once I heard they were spending like Texas, I said, you have earned some of my money, and we'll see if it pays off.
Is there any part of you that is intrigued by the ACC championship game, Duke versus Virginia? Intrigued or fatigued?
Fatigued. I think that's the only one. When I said you're not going to be able to trip me up, then you threw out a World Cup reveal that already happened. But I thought that the only thing that you could do to get me to say fatigued this week is that game. Maybe I'll watch it. I have already figured out my schedule for tomorrow based on the flow of all of these games. I could not tell you with full confidence when this game is on. I could tell you with full confidence when the rest of them are on because I'm not planning anything around Virginia and Duke. I think it's at 8. Do you know? Why am I asking you?
I didn't. It might have already been played as far.
Yep, Virginia's the champ. You didn't hear?
It's usually at night though. Yep. North Texas versus Tulane in the American Athletic Conference championship game. Fatigued or intrigued?
I'm slightly intrigued by that. You got John Sumrall now. There's a connection for us as far as seeing how his team plays. Always intrigued to see how these teams perform after the coach takes another job. It kind of feels like John Sumrall's dressing up as the Tulane coach for Halloween now, even though he's been the coach all year. And North Texas has one of the most fun offenses in college football.
Right.
So if you like points, this game's for you. That's definitely one that I'll keep an eye on.
All right, let's jump to the NFL. I'm interested to hear your take on this one. The Saints at the Bucks. Intrigued or fatigued?
Let me see.
Be honest.
Hold on 1 second. Let me check the injury report. I gotta see if our guy Mike Evans is back. I might
He's not.
He's not playing.
He's not.
Okay, I'm fatigued. I'm not even sure that was going to get me there. There's so many good NFL games this weekend. I do have Bucky Irving in fantasy, but I also have Jahmyr Gibbs. So we're kicking our feet up this weekend. That game doesn't do it for me.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of good games. This one doesn't. Well, I'll let you decide. Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
Ooh.
Intrigued or fatigued?
I am intrigued.
You are?
I'm intrigued because they're in similar form right now, and somebody's got to break out. Yeah, somebody's got to break out of it. It's one of the best rivalries in football. For as little as that actually exists, it feels like it does for Ravens Steelers. Lamar hasn't been right. Rodgers is far from 100%, and he's old. Both defenses are shaky. Yeah, but I'm very curious to see how this one goes, because usually these games are played within a very thin margin.
What about this one? Tennessee Titans at Cleveland Browns.
You're going to laugh.
Oh.
But I'm kind of intrigued by this.
Why?
This might be so bad, it's good. This is like...
How many times is Myles Garrett going to sack Cam Ward?
You ever go to Chuck E. Cheese with your kids?
Oh, yeah.
You know how their pizza is kind of the worst? But it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, I like Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
That's how I feel about this. This is the Chuck E. Cheese pizza of football games this weekend. It's going to be so gross. The total in this game is 33.5. You have two quarterbacks that we thought going into the draft this was going to be Manning and Leaf. We're going to debate who goes 1, who goes 2. One went 1. The other went on day 17 of the draft. And now Shedeur Sanders has an opportunity to get one over on Cam Ward. I'm not going to say it's in the top 3 or anything, but I am definitely intrigued to see how that one wraps up.
When my daughter Jessica was little, when we would go to Chuck E. Cheese for like a birthday party, she was absolutely horrified, afraid of Chuck E. Cheese. He
is a scary rat.
She would cry. She would just start crying if Chucky came anywhere near her.
Yeah. Little did she know such some pothead 17-year-old.
Right. All right, last one. Bengals at the Bills.
Oh, my God. Heavily intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. I'm surprised we didn't bring that up earlier with all these great games. Not necessarily the same level of playoff implications, but still some. The Bengals haven't been knocked out. If the Bengals continue to win, they can actually still win the division that they're in right now. They've got another battle coming up against Baltimore. That's a great game. Anytime Allen and Burrow are playing, thumbs up, and they're playing it's going to be freezing cold in Buffalo, New York. 2 thumbs up on that. That is a football game through and through.
Seahawks Falcons?
Fatigued. I'm done watching Kirk Cousins play football. It's not good. It's not good. I hope Seattle gets back on track. I hope that's one of those games that's so bad early on that Scott Hansen says, all right, guys. He says it without saying it. Like, we're not going to show that one anymore. Let's move on to the others.
I think the Commanders-Vikings might be the worst game.
No, intrigued.
What?
Jaden Daniels is back.
Okay.
I love watching that guy play.
They're 3-9.
Well, I'm not saying that there's stakes to it, but they're actually starting to play well.
Jaden Daniels versus J.J. McCarthy. Oh, it'd be fun.
I didn't say it would be fun when the Vikings have the ball, but I'm intrigued with seeing Aren't you intrigued to see if Jaden Daniels can get back to his form from last year? He was sensational a year ago.
This year, though, this is a lost year. But
he can still get us all excited.
I guess I would have brought him back just because he needs the reps. But
yeah, they definitely could have made a case to just leave him out for the rest of the season.
Right. So that is Intrigued or Fatigue.
Up next, it is an all-encompassing weekend preview edition of Mic'd Up. Don't go anywhere.
It's the Yingling Football Friday on Game On. Time to take a victory lap, Central Florida. The deals are hot at Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont 50 years ago. Don Mealy moved his family from Maryland to Central Florida and built your truck headquarters. Today, his son Jay leads the team, and Jay has kept it a family-run business. He even shares his personal email address with customers. How good is that? The Red Tag event, which is going on right now, delivers 0% APR for 36 months on the 2026 Silverado, plus over $13,000 in stacked savings. Or if you're looking for a more family-friendly ride, you can get 0% APR for 36 months on a brand new Equinox and or Trailblazer. All right, those are great SUVs. Celebrate fast. Red Tags don't hang around long. Believe me. Chevy, together, let's drive.
This is your Toolbase Hardware Assist of the night, the Rook. Jace Richardson with some razzle-dazzle in Boston.
Howard snatches the rebound. Magic cleaning up the glass, too. Now Richardson in transition. He'll step in for three. That's up and good. We got a game. We got a game.
Nothing quite like a lefty shot. If you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor with 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night and your best stop before the game. Visit toolsacehardware.com and go Magic.
It's the Yuengling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
With Cyber Week savings at the Home Depot, get up to 35% off, plus up to an extra $500 off select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop Cyber Week savings on select appliances, in-store and online, now at the Home Depot. Offer valid 12/4 through 12/10, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Live boxing is back at Caribe Royale, Orlando on Saturday, December 13th in conjunction with the 104th Annual WBA Convention. Records and titles are on the line. In the main event, undefeated Cuban standout Kevin Brown takes on battle-tested Cletus Selden for the WBA Interim Super Lightweight title. Plus, a dynamic lineup of undefeated local stars, including Ariel Golden Hulk Perez and female powerhouse Jasmine the Animal Artiga defending her WBA title. Tickets available at Ticketmaster or at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
Heavy metal on a light budget? If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you get quality and savings on your auto insurance. Here, I'll take over. See what you could save at farmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
Miss us while we're gone? Download the Game On podcast on iHeartRadio and take us with you wherever and whenever you want. It's all of Bianchi and I's wildest takes on demand on the daily. And while you're at it, make us your number one preset as well. Just search Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz, the state of Florida's premier sports talk radio show. Now back to these ads.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit tremfya.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nickley. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Mission Resort is renowned for its 2 stunning championship golf courses. El Campeon, the Champion, was founded in 1917 and is one of the most tradition-steeped courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. You'll get a free bucket of range balls. But there's more than just golf. You can also play pickleball, tennis, rent a boat at the marina, and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And they have so many exclusive holiday events. How about a tea with Santa and Mrs. Claus on Saturday, December 20th? Bring the kids. Or how about the lavish Christmas grand brunch on Christmas Day, or the unparalleled elegance of the New Year's Eve gala on December 31st? Make reservations for the hotel, golf tee times, or the festive holiday events at missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort, your next great escape is closer than you think.
You don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine. Magic forward Paolo Banchero, he'll be back in action tonight against Miami after he missed the last 10 games with a groin injury. LeBron James scored just 8 points for the Lakers yesterday, and that ended a nearly 1,300-game streak of scoring in double figures. And UCF may end up in a bowl game this month despite finishing a win shy of eligibility. Knights could get an invitation if Kansas State pops out of the postseason. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810 or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeartRadio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Oh, without crabs.
You can't have a Christmas without your favorite Jewish friend.
Absolutely not. Mic'd Up brought to you by Adventure Boat Share. Unlimited hassle-free boating. And you don't even have to own a boat. You got any kind of boat you want at your disposal anytime you want. Check them out, adventureboatshare.com. What a holiday gift that would be for the family, huh? Go boating anytime you want.
I like a good experiential gift. You know, we have enough stuff.
Right.
Do something.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to explain this first, the audio clip we're going to play. So shortly before legislation that would help the NCAA get limited antitrust exemption in an effort to regulate payments to college football and basketball players and protecting colleges from potential lawsuits, the legislation was shelved yesterday. All right. This legislation was to be introduced by 2 Louisiana politicians, all right, including Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. Well, shortly before it was brought to the House floor, it was canceled. And listen to what House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said about it.
Why would Mike Johnson and Steve Scalise think it was a good idea to bring the Lane Kiffin Protection Act to the floor of the House of Representatives? Legislation that would do nothing to benefit college athletes and everything to benefit coaches like Lane Kiffin, who got out of town, abandoned his players in the middle of a playoff run to go get $100 million contract from LSU, the home state of Mike Johnson and Steve Scalise. People are asking the question, why did you decide to bring this bill this week with all the other issues that the country is demanding that we focus on, led by the affordability crisis that they claim is a scam and a hoax, but that the American people know is very real?
The Lane Kiffin Protection Act. Lane Kiffin is getting ripped on the House of Representatives floor. You want to talk about a villain? This guy has become villain number one in all of sports.
Yeah, he really has. He really has. He was already disliked by a lot of people, but not the overwhelming majority like it is now. So it's definitely shifted. So if I'm understanding that, who submitted the bill?
These two Louisiana politicians
that are opposed to him getting the contract that he is.
No. Louisiana politicians are trying to get this antitrust exemption for college athletics passed. They're trying to get this passed. Well, the House Speaker saying, why are we passing this legislation to protect college football when they're paying Lane Kiffin $100 million? So yeah, it's insane. The Lane Kiffin Protection Act. All right. Embattled Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin got really huffy when a reporter asked him this question the other day.
Mike, at any point in your coaching career, did you ever have an interest or express an interest in being a head coach in the college game? And do you have any idea how that may or may not have led to folks like Ryan and Doug Whaley and Carson Palmer connecting you to some college jobs?
Hey, guys, I don't have time for that speculation. I mean, that's a joke to me. I got one of the best jobs in all of professional sport. Why would I have any interest in coaching college football? That'll be the last time that I address it. And not only today, but moving forward. Never say never, but never. Okay? Anybody else got any questions about any college jobs? There's not a booster with a big enough blank check. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Thank you. Anybody asking Sean Payton about that? You know, anybody asking Andy Reid about stuff like that?
Oh, wow. Ooh. Yeah. You know, it's a legitimate question. If Mike Tomlin wants to get upset about somebody or at somebody, how about Ben Roethlisberger? He's the guy who brought up Mike needs to pursue the Penn State job. I mean, it's his own former players who are.
Well, this is where I appreciate the way that Mike Tomlin addressed that with a lot of passion, a little bit of anger, but it wasn't directed at the reporter. It was directed
He said, "Are you asking Sean Payton that question?" He said that to the reporter.
He's saying that to because he then followed up by saying, "I'm not going to address this in the future." I think he was addressing reporters when he was saying that. He was addressing the question, not the individual, and I appreciate that. I don't have a problem if somebody it goes back to the whole Brian Kelly thing. Don't bully a reporter that's asking a question, but if a question that is being asked out there, all the reporter is doing, it's not like he's curious. He's asking the question that fans are talking about. That
his own former players have suggested.
Which is part of the reason why I'm sure it pisses him off so much.
Right.
There's no way he doesn't know about that.
Right.
But he's not wrong about are they getting those questions. The thing is Andy Reid has won Super Bowls recently, and Sean Payton is the 1 seed right now.
Right.
So, yeah, of course they're not getting those questions. Yeah. Your team isn't good right now, Mike.
Here's Liam Cohen, coach of the Jags, on playing the big game against the Colts on Sunday.
Yeah, I think you have a pretty good clue of what your team is in a lot of ways, even though there's still so much room for growth. But I fully expected our team to, hey, let's go take care of business as we needed to this past week and then approach this one like, hey, what it is, it's potential playoff opportunity. So it's like, hey, nobody's had to say anything, but the way that the guys have prepared throughout the week, look, win, lose, or draw, I think our guys are ready to go play this game.
You know they are. Kravs. This is it, baby. This is the biggest game, the most important game of the season as we speak.
To this point, they play each other again, so then that one will be more important than this one, probably.
Yeah.
But this is the Jags' chance to take care of home. So for the Jaguars
and their fans,
and this is the most important. And from what I understand, they are wearing the throwbacks. They understand the assignment. They're wearing the throwback Jag uniforms from the 90s. Love those. 65% chance of rain, nearly 10-mile-an-hour winds. That's not that crazy, but definitely going to rain for this game. So keep that in mind for betting and fantasy purposes.
Absolutely. Let's jump to Mike McDaniel talking about playing in the cold weather. Dolphins against the Jets on Sunday.
I think each team's unique to itself. I think the not disregarding it, but you have to make sure that the opponent is the Jets and not the weather. And to me, I think we have a lot of reasons to not have any concern for elements of temperature and not moisture. Realistically, these guys have all played football in those elements.
Stop this. Stop.
It'll be about playing the Jets.
He is painful to listen to. It's like he starts a sentence and doesn't know how he's going to finish the sentence. Right? Am I wrong?
No. His sentences sound like what I picture is a Riddler card. You know, the Riddler would send a card to Batman.
Yeah,
and it would be each word was like cut out from a magazine, so they all look different. It's like he is figuring out which forget about the end of the sentence. Just the next word is a mystery to him and to all of us. I have no idea where he's going. And he just throws in words. He'll just throw in realistically.
As regards to the moisture,
it's we're not going to play the weather, and well, realistically, our players are different schematically than they've been territorially in the past. It's just like he's just like copy and pasting words off the internet, throwing it into his sentences. That is bizarre behavior.
Okay.
I like Mike McDaniel too, but he's got to figure out how to formulate a thought and then spit that bad boy out.
Right.
We need to get him in radio training.
That is mic'd up.
Up next, we've got more of your thingbacks, I'll call them today. Christmas carols coming your way after this.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on Game On.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Betsmas. Hey, don't sweat it if you weren't quite up to par this year. Everyone's on the nice list over on Hard Rock Bet. Sign up, place a $5 wager. If it hits, you score $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings. A winning bet and a boosted bankroll. Now that is a gift worth unwrapping. Head to Hard Rock Bet and see what they have in store for you. Tonight, I like the under in Magic Heat at 241.5. I think both teams will slow the pace with their ball-dominant stars, Tyler Hero, Paolo Banchero, back in the mix. Also, check this out. I put a sprinkle on an exact matchup for Super Bowl 60, Rams versus Patriots. It just feels inevitable to me. 16-1 payout on that. Head to Hard Rock Bet and roll with us. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Orlando, are you ready to rocket my favorite beach getaway? Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach is calling your name. Not even an hour's drive from downtown Orlando. You'll find modern luxury, legendary Hard Rock vibes, and that endless Florida sunshine. Even in the middle of winter, lounge by the oceanfront pool, grab a bite at their world-famous restaurant, or unwind at the spa. And when the sun sets, enjoy live music under the stars at their beachside band shell. For reservations, go to hardrockhotels.com/Daytona Beach.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for in your ride this afternoon. John Young Parkway near the Greenway, out in Castleberry on Highway 1792 southbound at Triplet Lake Road, an earlier accident on State Road 535 near the Greenway overpass. If the major roadways are a part of your ride here, expect some slowdowns starting to pile up all over the place this afternoon. The roadways are getting busy. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Christmas music playing right now on Magic 107.7. Magic 107.7.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Orlando's Christmas station.
If buying a home were like the NFL draft, the Nickley Group would be your #1 overall pick, and it wouldn't even be close. Rates are down, inventory's up, and the Nickley Group is saving clients an average of $24,000 per deal with extras like free appraisals, home warranties, even moving trucks. Plus, their love it or leave it guarantee means if you don't love your home in the first year, they'll relist it for free. Download their free buyer's guide at thenickley.com. It's packed with everything you need to know before you buy. If you want to buy or sell quickly, just call Nickley.
Orlando Magic basketball lives here on 96.9 The Game, and your game day Magic coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606. Proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members with a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. IBEW Local 606 has been powering and serving Central Florida for over 75 years, and they are the dream team for electrical workers across this area. For more info, head to IBEWLocal606.org and go Magic.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Reese Windows and Doors. Trusted for over 50 years to deliver the highest quality factory direct impact windows available, with most installs done in under 8 weeks. And now the giveaway is bigger than ever. Win $25,000 in brand new windows absolutely free. Just text WOW to 20129. Already entered? Then you're automatically eligible to win $25,000 in windows. Don't wait. Text WOW to 20129.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Start your engines. Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters. My Chemical Romance. Guns N' Roses. And Bring Me the Horizon. Plus, Alice Cooper, Turnstile, Five Finger Death Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, Stained, and so many more. The world's center of rock. Welcome to Rockville. Brings 4 days of non-stop action to Daytona Beach, May 7th through 10th. 4 days, single day, premium passes, and camping are on sale now. Get yours at welcometorockville.com, starting at only $1 down.
MCA Transportation is Orlando's official game day bus of 96.9 The Game. From school field trips to luxury rides and full-size buses, MCA has delivered top-tier service for over 25 years. Book now at mcatransportation.com.
Follow The Game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
It's a Yingling Football Friday on 96.9 The Game.
Do you own a small business? A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Coming soon.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
This is the beat of sports.
Legitimate injuries happen. It's impossible. It's kind of like tampering in college football. How do you police it? How do I police if Chris plays in the NBA? He played 34 minutes in a basketball game and he's got a sore knee. And I'm what? I'm supposed to fly an independent doctor down and check his knee and go, no, he needs to play. I don't know how to police that. But it's become the norm and it's accepted. And the argument where Chris and I have argued before is the goal to have my team as healthy as possible for the playoffs versus back-to-back after playing 34 minutes one night, playing the next night. And my initial thought is, yeah, because it's your job. And you have an incredible skill set to play and have a job that pays that kind of money. But I'm also a realist, and I don't know how to fix the problem. But if you want to get rid of back-to-backs, you fix that. That one's easy.
The Beat of Sports with Mark Daniels. Weekday mornings following the bridge at 9:30 on FM 96.9 The Game, Orlando's sports leader.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeart Radio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
Up top for Franz, back to Bain. He wants to go to work on Champagny. Spurs getting their defense set. Bain's going to pull a three, a bomb, and he got it. DP3, deliver it.
I stood up at the desk, slammed the table. I thought the Magic were winning on Wednesday. They wound up losing by 2. Magic versus Heat tonight in Orlando, though. We'll see if the Magic can get back on track for that. Pre-game coverage is powered by IBEW Local 606, proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. Hopefully we see some more power plays tonight from our Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero back in the lineup, and I just saw that Tyler Hero has been downgraded to doubtful, ducking the Magic tonight. He's been back for 5 games. Now all of a sudden he can't play.
I'm almost thinking the Magic might need to sort of sandbag tonight.
I was thinking about this.
To get ready for the big cup game.
Do you think that's what Miami is doing? Do you think there's any part of their being that goes, hey, let's leave Hero out, secret weapon for Tuesday?
No, I think you're the only one who thinks the cup is important.
That could be true. All right, let's go back to the talk back. We've got Joe singing us Christmas carols.
Happy holidays, gentlemen. This is my jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell lock. Packers beat the Bears because the cheese is hot. Chicago is a team I cannot cheer for, not even after an eggnog or 4. Giddy up, Caleb Williams, watch your seat, because Micah's shedding some blocks. Blitz and giggle at another defeat, because that's my jingle bell lock.
Yeah. I wish I had thought of the jingle bell lock.
Little creativity right there.
I might just have to do that around Christmas, the jingle bell lock.
Yeah, give that guy some
he's
tickets.
getting tickets.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, this is going to be an uphill battle, but Chris is back on the talkback after we told him. I think he did the grandma.
Lackluster effort.
Just kind of talked his way through it. Well, let's see what Chris has in round 2.
All right, I'm going to try again. She'd been drinking too much eggnog, and we begged her not to go. But she forgot her medication, so she stumbled out the door into the snow. When they found her Christmas morning at the scene of the attack, there were hoof prints on her forehead and incriminating marks on her back. Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Oh, God.
Okay, it was better than the first one. I'll give him that.
Slightly. Give him some tickets so he doesn't call back.
Bet it or forget it coming up in just a moment. We'll pause. Kick things over to Fox Sports Radio. Get you all caught up with the latest in sports. We're back in 60 seconds.
Please don't call back.
Friday. It's 5 o'clock. That means it's time for the Yingling Football Friday Happy Hour with Game On 96.9 The Game. Moth with Bianchi and Kravitz is back. Time to see if they're ready to put their money where their mouth is. Let's get into another round of Bet It or Forget It.
Top of the 5 o'clock hour, the world-famous daily segment, Bet It or Forget It, brought to you by the leader in peer-to-peer betting across the globe. It's Better Edge, an integrated social platform that allows you to bet against other users. In fact, I've got a Beat Brandon competition that's up right now. You can head to the Zoneheads Facebook group page or to my Twitter account. Find the link very easily. It's towards the top of my profile. Enter for, I think it's a $3 buy-in this week, but all you have to do is beat my record in the same picks that we present for the Yingling six-pack. I threw Virginia Duke in there, so it's 7 picks. Beat my record, you'll win more money than you put in, guaranteed. That's betteredge.com, promo code BeatBrandon. Find the link on my social media channels. Chris is the one that gave us 2 talkbacks. Got better in the second one.
Slightly.
We're saying, please don't leave us another one. So I gave Chris tickets to Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Chris, in all honesty, thanks for calling back and taking part in the contest.
For sure. And Joe, who gave us the Jingle Locks. And Matthew, earlier in the show, also with Jingle Bells. It was a popular track today.
He sounded like that could have been... He could have recorded that and made a hit out of it.
Very good. All of them won tickets. All of our Trans-Siberian Orchestra tickets have now been given away. So we've done our part. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. And it is time to play the music.
And now we kick things over to the Bulldog for Bet It or Forget It.
The world famous, critically acclaimed, wildly popular game show, Bet It or Forget It. Let's start with a guy who sometimes is on this station, all right? Fox Sports national radio host Doug Gottlieb, who's also the head college basketball coach at the University of Green Bay, threw a chair, Bobby Knight style, as he left the court following his team's 80-78 loss last night. Green Bay was up by 11 with 3:50 remaining and then blew the lead. Gottlieb said after the game that we played like a bunch of idiots. That was his quote. Gottlieb was 4-28 in his first season a year ago and is 4-6 this year. I don't like Doug Gottlieb's radio show very much, quite honestly, but Bet It or Forget It, Gottlieb is a much better radio host than he is a college basketball coach.
It's the second year in a row that his team has struggled. I'm not following much Green Bay basketball, but it doesn't seem like he's done a very good job. But I really don't like his show, so I'll say forget it. I've never once. I feel bad when we're off and we flip over to the parent company. I just don't feel like he brings it. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
No, maybe I'm missing something.
No,
It's something.
you're not.
Okay.
You're not.
I don't want to be overly critical. They are our overlords, but I'm not a big Doug Gottlieb fan. And I have interviewed Doug Gottlieb, very pompous and arrogant.
Okay. The Magic have not upgraded. Paolo Banchero will play tonight against the hated Heat. He's missed the last 10 games with that left groin strain. I'm glad Paolo's back. All right.
But I feel a butt coming.
Bet it or forget it. You're going to have to follow me on this, all right? The Magic will hold out Paolo at least 7 more games during the course of this season because if he doesn't play at least 65 games this year, he will not be eligible for all NBA honors, which would mean if he got to be all NBA, it would be an extra $48 million on his new contract. Bet it or forget it. The Magic will hold Paolo out at least 7 more games to save themselves $50 million.
Oh, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Please don't play games.
What?
Do not. If
$50 million?
If you do not learn from the past, you're destined to repeat it. Stop going cheap with Magic Stars. This didn't work out in the 90s. It's not going to work out now.
50? You
No.
could say 50 million just if he sits out
That's
7 more games?
Awful. No.
Why do you think he sat out 10 games already with that strained groin? How many did Franz miss? Or how many did who else had the strained groin earlier? Franz, right?
You want to guarantee that your best player demands a trade? Do that. It's a great way to do it.
No, but you have to.
You can't get cheap.
You
with
have
these
to
guys.
make him think it's his idea.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't feel some relief if he happened to not qualify, but no.
Okay.
No.
Just a thought.
Absolutely not.
Just a thought.
Oh my! I can't even believe you said that out loud.
If I were running a
That's
franchise
awful.
and I could save myself $50 million.
Why don't you put a poll in the Sentinel about it like you did with Shaq?
I wasn't here when Shaq was here. Okay?
Sure.
Iowa State coach Matt Campbell has emerged as the focus of Penn State's head coaching search after BYU's Kalani Sitake chose to remain with the Cougars. Bet it or forget it. If Penn State had it to do over again, they would have just kept James Franklin.
Forget it. Forget about it. He lost some games that you can't lose. And they were loaded up.
Brian Kelly was fired before James Franklin was fired. Billy Napier was fired before James Franklin was fired. Penn State still does not have a head football coach.
Well, it is weird. I'm not denying that.
And
But
now,
Matt Campbell would
now
be
they're on Matt Campbell.
Well, Matt Campbell would be a great hire. I like him. That's a really good hire if you get him. He's done really good work in Ames, Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I think he's one of the better college football coaches in the country.
Well, first of all, they don't have Matt Campbell yet.
Well, if they get him.
He's just targeted. What if they don't get Matt Campbell?
Well, then we'll see what if they get Mike Tomlin? Huh?
He said there's what was his
He
quote?
said never. He said never say never,
but
never.
never. There's not enough money in the college booster network to hire me.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see. You have to wait to see who they end up with. Maybe Bill Belichick will go. I'm just kidding.
Maybe. Jaguars obviously play the Colts this weekend. If they win the game, they take over the lead in the division. Bet it or forget it. If the Jaguars win this game and then do go on to win their division, Liam Cohen should be right up there with Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel for NFL Coach of the Year.
Bet it. Right up there, as in he's in the discussion. Absolutely. You would have to consider that. In the AFC South, not the cupcake division that it used to be. The Colts are good. The Texans are really good. You win that division, that's the legitimate division title. And yeah, if you're stacking resumes, what have they done? What have the Patriots done that the Jags haven't done? And you could actually make the case that it's more impressive for Liam Cohen. You want to go down this road because Caleb Williams looks to be pretty good. And Drake May looks to be pretty good. Trevor Lawrence, not really sure. And yet, Liam Cohen, look what he's doing. You can make the argument that he's doing more with less. And isn't that what the Coach of the Year award is all about? I think it's a good point by you because those two guys, Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel, have done such a phenomenal job this year. I just assume it's one of them, and you can forget about having that conversation. But throw Liam Cohen in there if they win.
All right, Dolphins play the Jets this weekend. It's going to be cold up in New Jersey for the game. Bet it or forget it. This Dolphins team has become physical. They've become a running team. They like to pound the rock. They welcome cold weather.
Forget it.
What?
Forget about it. No.
No.
They still have. Where's the power back in this offense? They've been running. They've been running the ball well. Devon Achane is their most and only productive running back.
Ollie is a power back.
Who is a speed back that you have to get out into space. They've been running more between the tackles than they have in the past. I think a lot of that is just because they've made the decision not so much to be a power team, but to just not let Tua throw the football. The Jets do not have an interception this season. Not one. You can lock it up. They're getting one on Sunday. Tua will make sure of that.
All right, finally, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the hapless New Orleans Saints this weekend. Bet it or forget it. If the Bucs offense doesn't get cranked up against New Orleans, then this team has some real trouble headed down the stretch.
Oh, bet it. You got 2 big games against the Sad Cats coming up. You have to take care of business when you have the opportunity to. This should be not just a get by and survive game. This needs to be a statement drubbing of a really bad New Orleans Saints team. The defense needs to play lights out. They should be turning over Tyler Shuck, shutting down the run game. I don't even think Kamara's playing in this one. This needs to be ugly. They're 8.5-point favorites. It's hard to blow teams out in the NFL, but this really should be one of those games for Tampa. Run up the score.
And that is bet it or forget it.
Coming up next, your favorite uncle is stopping by. Plus, we'll see if I can climb out of the cellar with these stone cold locks. That is next.